Good morning, Grant Gamers. How are you? It's yours truly, Dr. AJ Austin. Super early live. I'm up, y'all. I'm like, hey, let's get it. Why not? Welcome in. If you're not joining us live on TikTok, come find us on Black Women in Grants. I am fresh out the bed. Coffee. I've had breakfast, though. Proud of myself. I'm going to let TikTok Live do its thing, get y'all in the room. Join us live on TikTok on the Black Women in Grants page. If you're listening to this anywhere else, come in. Say hello. Early bird, anywhere else, come in. Say hello. Early birds, welcome. Good morning, shy and joyful. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome. You guys are up early as well. Welcome to Black Women in Grants. This is Grant Prep Academy, or GPA. I'm Dr. AJ Austin, creator of this space and blackwomeningrants.com, where I mentor you in finding and applying for and winning grants for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business. I am a over $1 million winner in grants and grant-funded opportunities. Happy to share with you what I know. Happy to answer your questions. Let's start out with talking about you. Is this your first time here? Say hey in the chat. If so, let me give you a shout out. Welcome you to the Black Women in Grants community. If you've been here before, say hello. Let me know. Good morning, Ariel. How are you? Good to see you here. Welcome. Any other newbies, let me know. Let's talk about your business. What do you do? Good morning, Margaret. I like that y'all up early. This is probably the earliest I've ever gone live. I'm up, so I'm like, why not? Let's have coffee and chat about grants and grant-funded opportunities. Anybody here a Black woman for-profit small business owner? Let me know. First time here. Let's see, who's this? Bar? Hey, Bar. Good morning, Tasha. Margaret is a real estate investor. All right now, big money in the house. Any other Black women for-profit small business owners? Y'all chat with me. I'm sitting here at my desk. I finally got it cleaned off. I've been out of office for a while, if you will. Healing and recovering. You said, is this book on Amazon? No, ma'am. It's only in our mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com with another book that I wrote called Finding Funding. So check that out. It's really good. Great information. I use this as a curriculum for my private coaching clients, but I share some of the tips with you guys in our mentorship. And so if you're curious and serious to see what we got, check out blackwomeningrants.com. You own a virtual call center. I bet that's fun. I've heard of that. So what do y'all need a grant for? Do you actually need a grant for your business, or is this just something that you're considering? Let me know. Like, if you were to win a grant today, what would you win a grant for? Oh, okay. Bar makes sense that your name is Barbara. You own a very small transportation company in Chicago. What type of transportation? Is it like Uber or like non-medical? Like, what kind of transportation? Goats says goat farming. Of course. Of course. Your name says it all. Love it. Transportation dispatch service. Got it. Okay, like Uber. My mom had something like that in the 90s. She is in heaven now. She would be so fascinated with Uber and Lyft and all that good stuff. I feel like she started it on our side of the town, of the hood, you know. Kankakee, Illinois? Okay. I've lived in Sycamore before. I hated it. Came back to Georgia. Said you buy and sell real estate also. Well, welcome. So you got a goat farm, buying real estate. Y'all some ballers. That's why y'all up early. Millionaires be up early. Good morning, millionaires. How are you? Millionaires seeking grants for their business. Hey, Sandy Blue. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. AJ Austin. This is Grant Prep Academy, or GPA. I am lead professor here at blackwomeningrants.com, where we train black women to find and apply for grants for their black woman-owned small business. I have won over $1 million in funding for my personal and professional life, and I'm excited to share with you guys what I know. Collectively, the last 9 women or so that have checked in with me that's in our mentorship have won over $181,000. Hey, Miss Funeral Director, how are you? Y'all names be killing me. So, y'all tell me about your business, but also what you would use a grant for in your business. And thank y'all for sharing the live. I appreciate it. Good morning, Yvette. How are you? Welcome back. I figured you was something in the funeral director with that name, child. You never go out of business, right? What could you use a grant for in your businesses? Y'all talk to me real quick. Y'all know it's early, so y'all better help me wake up in here. I'm up early because I gotta leave in about 30 minutes. Go get me some cold pressed juice. Get my day fully started. But I'm waking up with y'all this morning, so let's chat real quick. You can use a grant for more capital and payroll. Tell me more. Get more specific. What you need capital for? You gonna buy some more land? Let me know. And who's on that payroll? You? CEO, CMO, CFO, virtual assistant, executive assistant, social media manager. Who you paying on that payroll, girl? Good morning, growing angels. Welcome back. New life, live life, love. That's a mouthful. My business is Tyler's Opulent Designs and Event Planning Business. Got it. What you need a grant for? Y'all better put it in the chat. Talk to me. Over at blackwomeningrants.com, I have a year-long mentorship program where I just go all the way in when it comes to grants. I mean, really teaching you what I know, having won over $1 million. And it's for black women, for-profit small business owners who are seeking grants. And you ready to dive in. If you've been considering grants as a part of your funding, this is the mentorship for you. And so I share about this because we have about 300 ladies in the program, and they get weekly emails from me featuring master classes on grants, as well as we send you over $1.2 million in funding plus every month for you to read, research, and review. That's what we call the 3 R's. And you can go through this list. It's all grants. It's all grant-funded opportunities. And it's all about how you can secure these things if you qualify for the grant. So I teach you 13 secret grant sources for where to find the money. Okay? I've also been on here with y'all on TikTok over a year. I started last May, I want to say. We went from 400 to now 67,500 plus of y'all. So if you don't follow this page, you better follow this page. And so, turn your notifications on as well, so you can know when we go live. Because I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I was up this morning and I was bored. So I said, let me go live. And I love it because y'all are always here. So I share that with you because that's part of our mentorship. Me being here, plus I do pop-ups like this one. So you get to interact with me. You get our replays of all 250 plus episodes that I've already done with you guys. Mentoring you right here on the Black Women in Grants page. I usually hang out for about 45 minutes to an hour, really bringing you into the grant world, especially if you're new here. Welcome. If this is your first time here, let me know in the chat. Good morning, wherever you are in the world. So, Let's chat more. Tell me more about your business and what you could use a grant for. And let's talk about it. Let me scroll back through the chat. Okay, Goat says, I need more land for more goats. I have buyers in Chicago just starting out. Good. His funeral director says, adding you. That means you following the page. Does adding me mean you following the page? Let me know, because I'm new to TikTok verbiage and stuff, y'all. New Life says, I will use grant money to buy land to purchase an event space. I want to hire and train single moms. Okay. Barb says she will use a grant to create an app for her company and to invest in vehicles. What kind of app, girl? That's cute. Ariel, good morning, Little Mermaid. Oh, hold on, y'all. My alarm going off. Wait a minute. It's telling me to wake up. I've been up. Ariel says she would use grant funding to supply her future DOT. I'm assuming that's Department of Transportation and non-Department of Transportation mobile lab. I don't know. Tell me, girl. Goat says he's a guy, but this for my mom. She had 4 strokes and just figured a tap in and try to help her. That is very sweet, Goat. New Life says, I want to give back and help the community become business owners. Amen. Doing good in the hood. Mom wants to open a soul food restaurant. We could use it. Somebody always craving something. You are welcome for me sharing with y'all. I usually kick men out the crew, but you seem to be acting okay, so we'll let you stay. As long as you play fair, play right. Bar says, into more areas of transportation, such as medical or OTR, on the road, over the road, courier service. Stop, talk to me like I don't know what you're talking about, because I don't. What's all these abbreviations and keywords? I don't know what this means. Tell me what this means. New Life says, thank you for your knowledge. You are welcome. This is your first live. Well, welcome. Come back anytime. As long as y'all act right, y'all can stay. I be blocking people too, though. I'm going to just let you know that now. Thank you for whatever this is, Community Fest. I appreciate that. Oh, Lord, what to say? Precious Gems. I'm going to just go with that. I don't want to mess nothing up. Good morning. I need a grant to build my nail tech business. What specifically in nail tech could you use a grant for? Let me know. Tiff Maddox says, I need building signage. What you want the signage to say, girl? Is it like, welcome, open, bye, hey, please leave? Like, what type of signage, girl? What you do? What's your business? Said you have been open for over a year with no building signage. You know what's funny? I met in a networking event. I'm new to a neighborhood in a part of Atlanta. Went to a networking event in our business district on this side. And met 2 ladies who were opening a Blimpies franchise. Well, it was already open. They were purchasing the Blimpies franchise close to my house. And they, too, needed signage coming in. And there was a grant from the city. I forgot how much we got. I know one city here in Atlanta got over $3 million in funding. But anyway, there was literally funding for their signage for the building. And I'm like, what? They do grants for that? Girl, you can find a grant for anything you think of. You can think of. So if y'all wondering, is there a grant for my business? Yes, girl. Just yes. Just turn it into a statement. From a question, is there, to yep, there is. Because, child, they got money for everything. The cultural center up the street, they just built like less than a year ago. Just got a grant from the arts and something for the state. It's really cool how this money is distributed depending on what you need it for. So that's why I was asking y'all, what do you do? And what do you need money for? Princess says, OMG, I need grant money to start up a business. What type of business? I go about acquiring. Yeah, tell me about that business first. OTR is over the road. That's what I thought. Thank you for the galaxy or whatever this is. What you call this? I don't know, y'all. Help me with this TikTok stuff. Just thank you, child. Does credit matter in this game? No, girl. And thank you for calling it a game, playing with me. I appreciate that. Because it is a game. But grants are not based on your credit. It's not a loan. You don't have to pay it back. You don't have to have business credit. You don't have to have, it's not based on your personal credit. It's not based on your criminal history, bankruptcy filing, none of that. They won't know none of that. Because they don't ask, so don't tell. Amen? Amen. Welcome, Bahama Mama, for the first time. You said you own a shipping store in Dallas. Okay, shipping. Like UPS shipping. Let me know, because I don't be knowing. Growing Angels has a daycare center. Galaxy for I think I knew it was called a galaxy. That's why the first thing came to mind. I still don't know what it means. But thank you. Whoever sent it, I missed it in a moment of excitement. My bad. Send another one. No, I don't know how it works. I do not know how that stuff works. Okay. New Life says, I've had a hard time finding grant money for event planning. You will have a hard time finding money for event planning. You want me to tell you what you should be looking for instead? Let me know, girl. And let me know. I'm going to help you anyway. So listen, y'all tell me real quick, what phase is your business in? There's only two. There's no in between. I know somebody going to try to step in between and you're going to be wrong and I'm going to shut it down. So listen. Okay. Are you in the startup phase? If so, put startup. Thank you for sending another galaxy. I'm going to figure out what it means. It's so pretty. I've heard other TikTokers call it that. So I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. I do not know what that means. But thank you. Goat of Goat and whoever sent the first one. I appreciate it. It's so pretty to see it like on this side. What I was saying. Oh. Welcome to girl. I mean, not girl. Because I work with women, I'm gonna say girl a lot. So deal with it. You came on the page and said black women in grants. But no, I've been here over a year. I just have not. They have this whole chart you have to study about what these gifts and stuff mean, and yeah, I'm gonna have to find it again and see what everything means, child. I don't know. Anyway, what I was telling y'all is that there's two phases of business. You're either in one or the other. There's no in between. Are you a startup business? Startup usually means your business is still in your head. It's still on a piece of paper. It's still in your bapruda, as my little niece used to call it. It is in your phone. It's in a string of emails. It's in random loosely paper around your office, like mine from time to time. That's a startup. You haven't really put yourself out there with the business. You haven't really made a whole lot of money. A lot of people don't know what you do in this business. You're still in like that beta phase of launching and testing stuff and getting your prototypes together and finding your focus groups and your target market and how you'll make money. You're still like working out the beginnings of the beginning. Okay, that's startup. Put startup in the chat if I just knocked on your door. Amen. The second phase, and again, there's only two. Either your startup, haven't made much money or any at all. We call that pre-revenue. Or you've started. You put your business out there. You finally got it off paper into action. People are paying you. You have the literal receipts that you've been making money in this business. If a grant asked you for a copy of your taxes, you got it. If they wanted a profit and loss statement, you got it. If they wanted parts of your business plan, you can send them your marketing strategy, your sales strategy, your business model, how you're making money, what your products or services are, how much they cost, how much you've made over the last year. They do ask for all that from time to time. So you got to be ready when they ask next time, okay? All right. What phase are you in? Startup or started? Let me know. I say, is that your name? It says, I so appreciate you and your resources. You always dry my tears with your positive energy. That is so sweet. Don't make me cry this morning. I am hyped up on coffee. Thank you very much. I'm trying to keep my energy high. Appreciate you. Good morning, Shaniki. Hey, girl. Welcome back. Growing Angel says, I already have an in-home daycare and working on opening a center, writing a business plan. Now, get it, girl. Don't let the fact that you don't have your business plan finished completely hold you back from applying for grants, because most grants do not ask for a business plan. They ask for parts of it, like your marketing strategy, your sales strategy, and your business model, how you're making money, what products and services you offer, how much they are, how much you sold, how much you plan to sell, etc. You do not have to have a 50-page business plan to apply for grants. Just letting y'all know that. Okay. Living Lovely 101 is in the startup phase. Goat says, all love and support again. My mom watched your page. Was just checking in for her. Hey, mama. Tell her thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Well, welcome. Tell her say hey next time she in here as well. Shaniki is still in the startup phase. Tiff says, I've been considered a startup, but I've been open for a year. Yeah, you still a startup. But other things say 2 years of startup. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Every grant defines startup different. So I'm finna tell you why it matters, though. Startup, started. Only one person here has started a business because everybody else is a startup. Said, what if you open in a second location? That means the first one been open. So you started, right? Is the first one making money? Apparently, you've been making money off some of you opening another location, Growing Angels. Now, is they paying you to watch them babies now? Are you doing it for free? Is it a hobby? Is it doing it for fun? New Life Startup. Ariel started. Okay, we got 2 started. Miss D says, hello, I'm new here. Hello, Miss D. Welcome, new here. One startup. Okay. Adonica is new here. Welcome. Consider me a startup. Okay. So, you're either a startup or started. We're talking about your one business idea that you want to win a grant for, what phase it's in, because that's going to determine the type of grants that you look for. So, if you are in the startup phase, you should be only applying for startup grants. What that means is the grant is going to tell you if it's a startup grant, because it's going to ask different things of you, knowing that you haven't gotten out there fully. It's going to say things like, when will you get started? How much do you want to make? How long do you think it'll take you to make it? What is your business? What is the vision for the next 12, 24, 36 months plus? And tell us your plans, sell us on that story. Why are you founding this business? How do you know there's a need for it? They're going to ask you deeper questions. So real quick, if that's you, you need a startup grant, put startup grant, because those are the only grants you need to be applying for. You can literally go type into Google startup grants for business, and you can find a list of grants to apply for today. I can also send you 3 free lists of grants when you join us in the mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com that will include startup grants for Black women, specifically starting for-profit small businesses based in the United States. I only seen one person put startup grants so far. So maybe y'all don't really need it, but more than half of y'all are in the startup phase. Y'all better come on. This is going to matter because if you apply for anything outside of a startup grant, you probably going to get rejected more times than not. So if you want to waste your time and keep wondering, I want to apply for grants, but I don't know where to start. I'm literally telling you where to start. Okay. Now, if you've started a business, you put it out there, you're making money, you got receipts, you can give client testimonials in video form and written form, and you have, again, literal receipts of people paying you for your product or service. You know it works because they've come back and told you, if it wasn't for you, I don't know what I would do. Hashtag bars. Y'all heard that rhyme real quick, dropping it on you early in the morning. So they've come back and they said, thank you so much for starting your business. I don't know what I would do without your service. It's helped me do this, and this. Testimonials. Grants love that. Love hearing from the people that you're helping, because they're like, you got this business. You say it's a good business. You say you're making money, but how do you know it's working? You're like, well, I got the testimonials to prove it. Want to hear? Here we go. And you share that. That's how you start standing out from competition. Hey, Natasha. Good vibe. Welcome. So, if you've started your business, you need to be applying for what's known as growth grants. Growth, like new growth, like when we get braids, protective styles, and our hair grow, and we get that little chunky part that we play with till we go get our braids retwisted. Growth, like new growth. Yep, you're welcome. That's an easy way to remember it. Again, literally go to Google, put in growth grants for business, and you'll be surprised. The millions of results that pop up. Now, you're going to have to go through these results one by one and determine which ones are scams. Or you can come join us in the mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com, and our opportunities are vetted for you as a Black woman for-profit small business owner, and we send you a list of grants every month for you to go through and read, make sure you qualify, and apply. And we teach you what to put on the application to make it stand out from the hundreds of other people that are going to be applying for that same funding. Amen. Now, you told me what you do. You told me how you would use your grant a little bit. You told me what phase your business is in. How much in funding would you like to win? Whether it's just starting out, whether it's total, how much can you see your business winning? Like if you had a blank check in front of you right now, I know y'all may not know what checks are anymore, but it's this little piece of paper. It's called a promissory note, meaning whoever is giving it to you, they're promising the bank that that's how much is in their account. They can cover the check. So they promise whatever amount is in that box that says pay to the order of, it's going to have your name, it's going to have your business name, and then it's going to have the amount. What amount would you like to fill in that blank? Because the promise is that and more is in that account for you to go cash it. It's an unlimited amount. It's like a pot of gold. It's not your money, but it could be. So you don't have to be modest. You don't have to be, I don't want to be greedy. I don't want to ask for too much. This ain't your money, girl. You know, money spends better when it ain't yours. Food tastes better when you don't have to cook it and everything like that. Shopping is more fun when somebody else is spending it on you. Like, think big, okay? Think big. There you go. Look at our millionaires. Don't those numbers just look so pretty? Look at all those zeros and commas. That's what I'm saying at. Because when you really get down to the nitty gritty as to why you need a grant for real, girl, you better add some zeros and some commas before that decimal point. Amen. She said, I have faith. Me too. Let's join our faith together and go win this money. Okay. Now, we got some future millionaires in the house, including myself. And so, because I've won over $1 million in funding, I know that it is possible. You can get it in one grant. We have Deanna Joy in our mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. She has won over $76,000. I interviewed her when she won her first $55,000 and really picked her brain as to how she's winning this money, what she's saying, why she think they picked her, what she's doing specifically. And she said, Dr. AJ Austin, I simply read your book called Finding Funding that's in our mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. I read it 3 times, and I went and did what you told me to do. So first, she won a $50,000 grant from her credit union for one of her clients. She's a nonprofit grant writer, but her business is for profit. So then she turned around and won $5,000 from another program. So we are up to $76,000 that she's won on her own so far. She popped in the live the other day, like y'all are here on the live with me. She came in and she was like, hey, just want to let you know, I am a semi-finalist for a $1 million grant opportunity as we speak, babes. How phenomenal is that? One grant for $1 million, just like that. Just from applying the steps that I teach her in what we call our fund finding formula, which I can give y'all a little bit of a hint as to what it entails. So we use something called a 10-10-10 formula. Whatever amount that you could see yourself winning, like your $1 million, your $100,000, your $15,000, you take that amount and multiply it times 10. So do that real quick. Do that math and put that in the chat. Take the number that you want to win. I just realized that said 100 million. Okay, got it. I had to count the zero. So take your number that you want to win, multiply it times 10, and put your new number in the chat. Let me see who's going to put their number in first and win this round. And we got like 15 minutes. I got to go. I'm getting an email already. And I can't live and drive, so y'all better come on. What's y'all's new number? Put it in the chat real quick. Let me see. Okay, 100 mil. Shanika, is that right? That is right. Okay, so yours was $1 million. All these commas, I got to slow down and count the zeros for real. Okay. I see yours at 100 million. I see 300,000 for Asia. I see Mel with... Mel, I need a comma, honey. That's 1, 2, 3. What's that? 2,500,000. I think that's right. Ariel says 500. Ooh, New Life. I ain't even going to try. What's that? 100 million? 100... 10 million. That's 10 million. My zeros running together, child. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's $1 million, I think. I need some commas. That helps me. Goat says 500, half a mil. Either one works. Growing Angel says 100 million. Matt from Zed says 500. And Living Lovely says 100,000. Okay. So whatever your first number was, you multiply it times 10. That's the first 10 in the 10-10-10 formula. Then, thank you, Bar. Girl, I'm struggling. Take that amount, that new amount, and that is your application amount. What that means is Bar should have $10 million in grants applications out there. So find you 10 $1 million grants and apply. And you will hit your first number faster the more grants applications you have out there. Living Lovely should have 100,000 in grant applications out there. Matt, $500,000. Gold, $500,000. Y'all see how this works, right? Okay. In our 10-10-10 formula that we teach in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. By the way, you can come join us for only $97 in the mentorship for a full year under a scholarship. So check that out, blackwomeningrants.com. It's a lot of fun. Some of our mentees are here. Grant Gamers, hey y'all. With the 10-10-10 formula, you take the first amount, multiply it times 10. That's how much in application amount that you need to go apply to. And then you have a chance of winning 1 in 10 when you learn the funding formula, which is based around keeping as many grant applications out there as you can. We call that grant stacking, because yes, you can apply for multiple grants at one time. Yes, you can win multiple grants at one time. So it's unlimited, because what Shebop Sheree say, who gonna check me, boo? So ain't nobody keeping up with how much you apply to but you. Ain't nobody keeping up with how much you win but you. And so over at blackwomenandgrants.com, Ashley Rankin, she's one of our recent winners. She just won the $10,000 L'Oreal Beauty Grant. And as she was applying, she created this thing called the Grant Tracking Worksheet, which she added to the mentorship for those of you who are coming behind her, saying, I want to apply for grants, I want to win grants, and I need to track and keep up with the ones that I apply to, the ones that I win, and the ones I'm waiting to hear back from and need to follow up with. So she left the links to the ones she's won and the ones she's waiting to hear back from, etc. And she left that on the list so you can just literally click her link and go apply for those same grants if you qualify. So she is winning. She has over $451,000 in grant applications out there. That's her 10x number. And so far in all, she's won a total of $19,000 in grants and grant funded opportunities. It's really exciting to see this formula work, to watch it in action as people start to win the money that they thought was just like, oh, I'm gonna just put it out there. What we said, we're gonna have faith. It's a wish. It's a dream. It's possible. Literally possible when you learn how to find grants, where to find grants, you're applying for the right grants that your business qualifies for, you're eligible for, and then you have a strong, what we call grant application strategy. And the strategy starts with the questions I've asked you guys. What do you do? What will you use your grant for? What phase is your business in? And how much do you need? That starts the strategy. Coming in knowing exactly what it is you want and how the grant can help you and why they should give you the funding. So let's do pop quiz on something I ain't even taught y'all yet. Give me one word behind the reason why you started your business. One word. I don't need a book. TikTok ain't gonna let you put that anyway. It limits your characters. I don't need your life story. I just need one word, like a trigger word, in a good way, that if you saw this word and you had to fill out a whole essay about that word, if a grant said, give me one word behind why you started your business, what would that word be? Your trigger word, in a good way. I gotta say that. Or it might trigger some bad stuff and you'd be like, I started this because, you go on your rant, boo. Go off, sis. I see stability, passion, freedom, alopecia. Okay. Struggle, community, healing, love it. And it could be a good word, it could be a bad word, but it is your trigger word. Trigger meaning like the jump off point for an essay or a book or a talk or a TV show. I mean, you don't know. You never know. Change. Okay. Anybody else want to throw that trigger word out there in a good way? I keep having to say that because I don't want to trigger nobody with the trigger word. Amen. The reason why I ask this is because grants look for you to tell your story as to why you started your business using these trigger words. They are looking for words that describe your passion, that talks about your healing journey, that talks about your desire to freedom, that talks about why you want to bring the community together, that goes through your struggle step by step, that talks about why we should care about alopecia. Y'all see what I'm saying? There is a $100,000 grant opportunity out there where the first place winner gets $50,000 and then they break it down by $12,500 for the other winners that come after her. And I say her because it's specifically for Black women with for-profit small businesses. It is available right now. And they're telling you these are the words that they're looking for when you tell your story, what they call the founder story. Why you founded your business, why you started it. If you have the trigger word in mind, it makes it easier when you're writing your essays, filling out the grant application, telling your story on video. So if you are one that's like, I wasn't really a good writer in school, I don't know what to say, I always say too much, I don't know what to leave off, I don't know what to put on. Start with your trigger word. And in the mentorship, we walk you through what we call a compelling storytelling process based on this $50,000 first place winning grant opportunity, because they told us in their terms and conditions, in their official rules for this grant, here's how we want you to tell your story. And so if you tell it from a $50,000 angle, imagine going to apply for a $500 or $5,000 grant, but you're a $50,000 storyteller, babes, because you've learned how to do it in a way that gets checks written. I've told my story in a way that got one grant to write me 2 checks different times, but then the grant check writer, who is a Black woman, she's like, let me bring you on and interview you for how you got me to write you 2 checks just off the power of your story. That's telling a story that gets grants checks written. And so you can see our interview over at blackwomenandgrants.com in the mentorship, and here are the questions that she asked as the check writer. It's some other key little secret factors that should go into your application process, but I want to see if you guys can answer this question. But before I do, are there any questions about anything we talked about so far? We talked about what you do, how much you need in a grant, what you would do with that grant. We have talked about what phase your business is in, your trigger word for writing these essays or getting on camera talking about why you started your business. Are there any questions, ahas, or takeaways from that information? We got like 5 minutes, and then we're about to wrap it up for real. Ain't gonna be no preacher today on y'all. Over at blackwomenandgrants.com, you can really get some hand holding and some step-by-step processes to insider secrets for applying for these grants, making sure you know how to identify scams so you don't get got on grants that don't really exist. And then if you need help for building out things like your small business pitch competition pitch deck, like if you can see yourself pitching for cash, I've done that twice in one. And it's a lot of fun. So I put my videos in the chat, in the book over at blackwomenandgrants.com, and you can see me on video pitching and winning. And there's a template to follow for these pitches, for getting on video, for filling out these grant essays. I also put my answers to some of the application questions that have gotten me checks written. And so the women in our program, it's over 300 of you guys over at blackwomenandgrants.com. That's the website if you're wondering how to get started. There is a scholarship available for someone who wants to go ahead and get it. It's first come, first serve, where you can come hang out with us for a full year. Regular price is $997, but you can get it for only one-time payment, year-long access for $97. And so inside of the mentorship, we have other partnerships with programs that will walk you through your pitch deck template, getting some public relations for when you win, because that's important to maximize your wins. If you're looking for help with building out your marketing plan, your sales plan, grants are going to ask you for that. Like, how are you making money before we give you this money? And so you want to have that prepared as well. So we have partners that will teach you that. We'll give you the templates for filling that out. But it's a step-by-step process for how to really go in and implement these secrets that I share with you. And I put them in one of our books called Finding Funding, along with my secrets that I've used to win over $1 million in grants in my personal and professional lives. And then what I use my grant money for, because you have to tell a grant down to the pennies. On some of them, they want budget spreadsheets, telling them what business expenses you're going to invest in, if you will. And there's a list of over 60 business expenses that grants have covered for me. There's also a list of over 27 frequently asked questions. So I've been asking y'all some of the top of the mountain questions. We haven't gotten deep into like the iceberg bottom, you know. The questions get deep and can get long, but a grant is going to say you have a certain amount of time to get that application in. You have a certain amount of words that are allowed per question with your answers, or they may limit it to characters. And characters include your letters, your spacing, numbers, exclamation points. So it gets frustrating when you really want to tell your full story and they're like, nope, get to the point. Next. And so you want to be prepared, because every journey is different, as y'all can see, when it comes to why you started your business. Everybody put something different in the answer. I love that. And so when you keep these words in mind, it helps guide you through the application process so that you can have a strong strategy, so that your application can stand out, and so you're not letting the numbers scare you. Because as I mentioned, there could be hundreds and thousands of people who apply for these grants. But if you come in with a strong strategy, a strong application, you ain't got to worry about not standing out or it being saturated. So, for example, one of my grant applications was selected out of 500 earlier this year for a $50,000 opportunity. The last grant I won second place out of 400 people. Shanika, one of the ladies in Black Women in Grants, was selected out of 5,200 applications for a $5,000 grant. So, when you know what you're doing on these applications, before you just go randomly spray and pray, applying for whatever you can get your hands on and praying with your eyes crossed, fingers crossed, toes crossed that you win, you got to go in with a strong grant strategy. So that's what I teach in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com, where someone is going to get blessed with that opportunity to come join us under the scholarship for only $97. And there's Klarna and there's Afterpay, Affirm and Clear if you need help with payment arrangements on the $97. So get on it, doggone it. This is my last question to you guys before I go. Growing Angel says, yes, that's why I've been answering these questions and getting prepared to answer any question, writing essays and yes, girl, it's a whole test, like an English class. But I wanted to be an English major, so this is fun for me. And we have little tools that I teach you how to use and get help with writing those essays and pitching on camera, etc. Before we go, tell me this, and I hope we don't have to spend a lot of time on it like last time on my live that I did this. But just like with our trigger word, grants are going to want to know one thing. What is the one problem that your business solves? Give me one problem. Not an essay, not a page. Please don't run out of characters here on TikTok. But what was the thing that just triggered you to be like, I'm going to start a business with this. They need me to do this, this, and this. Lord, we don't have access to this. I'm about to start a business. Somebody told you to start a business doing this, this, and this. What was that one problem that you saw you could solve, so you decided to start a business? What is the problem that your business solves? Put your answer. I'll tell you if it's really a problem, or if you probably want to dig deeper before you apply for a grant, and tell them that. And you can explain the problem so I can make sure I understand, because I don't have time to guess. I usually would, but I got to go. It is 9:30. I said I was going to be done at 9:30. So y'all hurry. Let's see who's going to win. Growing Angels, what schedule mean? So help me understand. Transportation drought, that's a problem. Got it. Is that what that meant? Drought, or drought. 24 hours daycare. I could see how that would be a need. Got it. I'm an auntie, but Auntie Show ain't available 24 hours. Jesus. I be asleep. Self-love, life living, that's not a problem. What's the problem that your business solves? Most people that I ask this question to on my lives do not get it right. And it's not a trick question. I'm not looking for you to say a certain word. I'm looking for the problem, like the real reason why you started your business. And think of it like how I said, if you started your business, what is that thing that people come back and say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you started this business. Without your product or service, I would not have been able to blank. What problem did you help them solve? Question mark, real quick before we go. Y'all gonna be walking out the door with me. I got to wrap it up. I've only seen one problem. Well, two problems. The 24-hour daycare that answered a problem of needing a 24-hour daycare. Transportation drought answered the problem of transportation. Natural hair care is not a problem. Maybe lack of understanding how to maintain natural hair could be a problem if you're having breakage or dandruff or, that's the problem. Getting the right people for my team. What was the problem, though? Were you having a problem with getting the right people for your team? To give other people get a job? Okay. I speak life into others. My goal is to help others live. That is not answering the question. What's the problem you're helping them solve? See, most people have issues with this. So we're going to do another live about this. Healing childhood trauma. Okay. I can see that being a problem if it's preventing people from doing something, if they're having PTSD. What are the problems that you're helping people solve? Let me get my shoes on. Stagnant hair growth, yep. Well, I don't know now. That could be a problem for someone who wants long hair, but for people like me, I'm gonna just shave it off, cut it off. So stagnant hair growth ain't no problem for me. I'll be like, I wish this haircut lasted longer. Why I got to go every 2 weeks? Influx of depression and economic struggles of individuals, elders, and families. Why is that a problem, though? Yes, depression is bad, but what is it preventing people from doing? What is economic struggles of individuals, elders, and families preventing from happening in people's lives? This is what a grant is going to want to know. If they don't understand your problem that your business is solving, they don't understand why they should invest in it. I know I'm making you think that's the point, girl. That's why I was like, I'm going to leave y'all on a cliffhanger. Think about it. Next time I see you, I want to know what problem your business solves. Go ask ChatGPT, what problem does my business solve? It's going to say, well, what you do in your business? It prevents people from living. Not true. Everybody lives without depression, without trauma. We living. We might not be happy, joyful, bouncing off the walls, but we alive. We breathing. So what's the problem? Y'all ain't getting it. Y'all don't want to hear me. You just want to dance. Freedom to focus on the road and not worry about talking to shippers and handling paperwork. Okay, I could kind of see it. But what's the problem? Is it preventing business growth, preventing them from making more money, preventing them from carrying out the full mission of their bit? Like, what problem are you helping solve? Y'all got to think about this. Like, if y'all have kids and the school called you and they're like, listen, your child is causing problems in my classroom. They won't sit down. They won't be quiet. They won't leave others alone. That's preventing others from learning. That's preventing me from teaching. That's preventing us from moving on with what we're here to help your child learn on their journey. It's preventing them from going to the next grade. It's going to put them in a program that's going to be remedial or be held back. That's a problem. Let's get this baby all the way together. Come here, son or daughter. Let me talk to you. That's a problem. What problem does your business help people solve? Without your business, people could not blank. On that note, over at blackwomeningrants.com, when you come join us, we've done some lives on this, some trainings on this. You can get some more hand holding, but for now, I gotta go. Someone go claim the $97 offer to join us with the $97 scholarship for a year. Get your problems solved with what your business really helps you do. And until we meet again, my friends, you guys have a phenomenal rest of your day. Next time y'all come, be faster with these answers so I can help you help yourself. I am Dr. AJ Austin. Make sure you follow this page, turn your notifications on, and I'll see y'all soon. God bless. Bye, future grant winners.